Good morning. Hey, I just wanted to do, since I've got a little time, I wanted to do a quick correction on yesterday's videos. Um, like today, I made yesterday's video right when I woke up. So, so I wasn't quite thinking yet. And, the same as today, but I at least remember the little correction I had to make and a couple things I wanted to mention that are weird about the stuff that I talked about yesterday. So we're gonna get right in with we're gonna get right in with the correction I need to make from yesterday. I wasn't thinking, and I was saying, the distance from Houston to Tulsa was like in the 580s. And then I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. She couldn't make it in 6 hours on that either. But I was like, no, I looked it up and I knew. And it was like, instead of 6, it was actually closer to 3. And I'm looking it up now. Here we are on Google. And it says 494 up here, but, is it going to be here? Oh yeah, here, right here. 442 miles, it says on this one. I'm thinking that's about what it said last time, and we're, like I said, north of Houston. My niece was actually a little bit south of Tulsa, tiny bit. So when I figured it did come up to where, it was about 50 miles an hour is the time she made, which if you count time for stops, and she had the kids with her, like I said, so, that would make it 6 hours. Doesn't change the fact that it was 800 when I was 16. And I always remembered that it was the first time we didn't have Google back then. So it was the first time I had ever checked the odometer on a car on a distance like that. So, yeah. So there's that correction. I was saying it was like 500 something and it was actually 400 something, which makes more sense. I was thinking about it last night and I was like, how was that 6 hours? But anyway, there's that correction. Now, a couple more things I wanted to mention about yesterday's video. Let me type into Google Earth. We're going to go back to Zealandia. The eco sanctuary is where I specifically want to go to. We talked about yesterday how this eco sanctuary, now I talked about how this was actually up on this continental shelf that had popped up and all of a sudden become a new continent. It was crazy because they even mentioned it on TV, and I didn't get it on my phone. I'm so mad at the stuff I don't get. But anyway, okay, so this continental shelf, I'm gonna freak out if it's there today. Okay. So this continental shelf right here was popping up and was fully populated and went all the way from here, all the way over to here. Popped up, had houses, buildings, everything. And the eco sanctuary was over here at one time and over here at another time. I talked about that on the video yesterday. But now it's down here. And the interesting thing is, when we go look at it, here's what I didn't mention yesterday. When we go look at it and we pull into here, this whole thing looks exactly like it looked on Zealandia. I mean, this whole shape of this wooded area right here, this whole shape of the wooded area, the eco sanctuary, except over there, I said yesterday eco estuary, and that's because it was. It wasn't called a sanctuary, it was an estuary. So, that's the only thing that changed, is that it went from an eco estuary to an eco sanctuary. But the shape of it is the same and everything, even these houses around. I mean, if somebody showed me just this picture right here and nothing else, I would say, yeah, that's the eco estuary on Zealandia. I mean, all of this looks the same. This right here, all of this looks exactly the same. Which I didn't mention yesterday because I was kind of all over the place and had so many things that I was talking about. And to me, it was like, oh yeah, there's the eco estuary. Okay. But, I should have mentioned yesterday that this is freaky as all deaky, because this thing looks exactly like it looked on Zealandia. And like I said, I watched this thing over days and weeks, popping up, going down, popping up, going down, popping up, going down. And then I even saw something about Zealandia on TV. So, I just wanted to mention that for a minute, how it's weird that it's way over here, it's in New Zealand, when, and like, this ain't even right either, okay? I'm not even going to go there today, but I'm just going to say this is all not right. And then another note about New Caledonia. I told y'all I had been watching New Caledonia jump from up here to down here, up here, down here, and all around. But the thing that's different now is that New Caledonia is much, much bigger. It used to be really small. Like, see this island that I'm pointing to with the finger right here, that little bitty one? It used to be kind of like that. Like that one right there. It was real small. It wasn't big, long, big like that. New Caledonia has always been smaller, but yesterday when I looked at it, which is why I had to say, you know, is this going to be New Caledonia? I have a feeling it is. And then when I put in New Caledonia, it popped up that, yes, that is New Caledonia. So, New Caledonia, even though it's still there, it looks a lot different in size and shape. See, it used to be there was just one here, and like this or this. They were small. Let's see if this thing looks populous. Not really, let's see. Oh, wrong way. Let's see if we go down, is it populous? Okay. Okay. Again, I guess I forgot how to use Google Earth since yesterday. Oh, wow, it's operating differently. Okay, so, I'm not really seeing. Am I not close enough? No, I mean, we're in there. And there's. Okay, so it's not like Zealandia that's highly populated all over. It looks like there might be some stuff up here. I don't know if that's rocks or houses. Let's see. Oh, that's clouds. Okay. So, anyway, I just kind of wanted to point that out about New Caledonia and about the eco estuary that's now an eco sanctuary, but looks just the same, but's on New Zealand now instead of Zealandia. Um, and then when we flip back over here, let's get back over here to the States. Because there is some stuff I didn't even go into yesterday that I do want to at least mention right now. Okay, there it is. Okay, so, if we look at the States, I talked about yesterday how Florida used to be over here at the edge of this light blue water line. And that's why our Gulf looked more circular. You know, it just kind of came around here and like that. And then this was a wide open area. And then this tip of this Central America was like over here, but it's still kind of, the whole shape of it formed a circle. And now we got, I mean, it looks to me like it's changed since yesterday. And you know what? I think I do. Okay. That's crazy, because let's just go look. Let's just go look at the video I made yesterday. What am I punching into the keyboard? Let's go look real quick at the video I made yesterday and see. Oh, skydiver dies after smashing into the brick. I want to see that stuff in the morning. Really, people? Okay, now I want to go find that video. Hold on one second. Okay, here's the video from yesterday. So let's look over here is where I'm thinking it looks different. It does to me anyway. Let's pop this bigger. Okay, well, maybe it's not. Okay, good. Because I was going to freak out. Okay, so I'm looking at this area right here. Let's go look at this on today's Google Earth and see. It's not going to be a big change, but be some change, it looked like. Yeah, look in here. That looks different to me. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'll get over it. I'm going to stop on that tangent. What I did want to talk to you about today was this East Coast. Now this is some straight up craziness. This East Coast, that is not even the East Coast of the United States. But again, like I said yesterday, what is closer to what this coast of the United States was is this thing right here, this light blue line. Now still, this light blue line is a little more indented because this coast over here was kind of pretty straight. Not completely and exactly, of course, but it was kind of pretty straight over here. And it looks to me, if somebody showed me this coastline right here and this coastline right here and said, pick the United States, I would have to pick this blue one, is closer to what it used to look like. Now, what is this little jut out right here? I couldn't tell you. Now, there were some islands off of Florida, just like there are these little islands up here. There were a little bit of islands down there, and maybe that's what this little spike thing is. But, you know, and some of the islands are probably right through here. I'm not positive, but I can tell you this coastline was completely different. What is this? Oh, Bermuda. Yeah. Okay, well, why does Bermuda look like it's underwater? What the hell is going on? Looks like it's underwater, doesn't it? Crazy. And it's way... Oh, this is so weird. I don't know. I don't know, but that coastline on the east is totally whack. And anybody who lives on the East Coast, you know, tell me if you remember the old one or what. I'm trying to turn this thing right side up, and it's just really not working. But anyway, yeah, this huge point right here and this huge drawback right there, that's just not even the coast of the United States. This huge... I mean, to me, it looks like a flood. It looks like this whole thing's been flooded. But anyway, I did want to mention that that whole coast right there was just absolutely whack. That's these two great big points sticking out, this great big depressed area right here, or pulled back area, whatever. That was not the East Coast. Imagine the West Coast has changed too. I don't really want to get into it too. And actually, doesn't look like it much. It might be a little more curved here, and then coming back to the Baja California shelf over here, peninsula. But because remember I said this has changed too. So anyway, that looks a little more round than it's supposed to be. Okay, sorry about that. The little phone, I had to get it. But anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to point out today, is like the eco sanctuary was the eco estuary, but it looked exactly the same, even though it was on Zealandia instead of New Zealand. Because I mean, when it would disappear, I'd be like, oh my gosh, what about the, estuary? But I knew it had to be okay because I'm okay, right? And, again, like I told you guys, this thing's been happening for a long, long time. So, really nothing to worry about. The only thing you need to worry about is what you're thinking and what you're holding in your heart. So, remember to be careful what you put and hold in your tender heart. And definitely guard your thoughts and think on lovely things, and we'll all come through this great. In real soon upcoming video, I'm gonna talk about some of the changes that have been happening over here that I haven't got to lately. I don't know, I finally had time yesterday, and I saw in the news how whack the Gulf looks, so I just wanted to go ahead and start making some videos again, poke my toe back in and see how it is. And so I will go over some of the changes that have happened recently around here, and I hope you guys will share with me changes that you're going through, and if there's anything that you notice that trips that off. For me, I noticed, honest to goodness, if I go to sleep with a bad thought in my head, I'm gonna wake up in a worse place. That's just a given. I have to guard my thoughts so much, even like, I can't listen to too much negativity or even be around it, or else I'll end up in a bad verse. So I don't allow any of it around me anymore, and I really guard my space and my thoughts and my heart. So I hope you do the same. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching.